But the good thing is that we're losing realtors, and that's a good thing because we're shaking the box, and whoever stays standing is going to be in business now and in the future. Inventory's way up, prices are way down, but the buyers are out there. I'm a buyer, so I know that they're out there. And when I go see these REO properties, there's 30 cars out front. Okay, so with that said, for every market there is a market. So a couple of years ago, there was a market. Everybody that worked at Starbucks, DSW Shoes, became a realtor. Box was shaken. Now the two survivors are here. So in an up market, you need great tools to differentiate yourself from your competition, which is the other realtor. In a down market like the one we're in right now, your competition is the other listing right next door, right across the street. So you have to differentiate your listings from the one next door in order to sell yours a little bit faster. And that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so tools of the trade. Every industry out there has the proper tools to do the right job much easier. I mean, imagine going to a doctor and having to put up his ear against your chest to hear your heartbeat. They have tools, and so should we. Okay, but we have very limited tools as realtors, and I think it should all revolve around technology. It's the Starbucks. Technology, it should be your friend, and if you don't use it, then you should go back to 25 years ago about the horror stories that I hear, the people carrying around the MLS book. Okay, I mean, use technology. It's your friend, and it's, in my opinion, it's computer and phone. If I take those away from you, you're not a realtor. Okay. Tools in the trade. I don't want to pick on the cat lovers, but I thought this would make it hilarious. Improper marketing or common marketing mistakes. Okay, is Frances Stern. She pays for a half a page ad, $200 for one listing. That's her only listing, and she pays $200 to publish that, only to satisfy the seller, to say, look that's me, I'm selling your house. $200. Okay. If I'm in the market for a house and the house appeals to me, okay, and I see that the price is $295, but I'm only approved for $200, I turn the page. If that's a 4-bedroom, and I'm looking for a 2-bedroom, I turn the page. And then let's talk about the phone numbers that she has. I mean, you have to use technology. There's no need to spend 3 hours checking voicemails on your pager, on your home office. You should have very limited numbers. And if anybody's still using AOL, Hotmail, Yahoo, those emails, come see me, call me. I'll help you set up your own domain. All those AOLs, Hotmails, they're in the real estate business. As soon as you send an email to a customer that has the right wording in it, real estate Miami, all that stuff, when the consumer receives it, there's a little caption at the bottom, looking for real estate Miami, click here, and it takes them to somebody else's page, not yours, whoever's paying for that click. So it's very simple to buy your domain, go to GoDaddy.com, they're $9.95. And then you'll have your own email, john@johnsmith.com, jane@janesmith.com, so forth and so on. This is a cool website where you can search right there. It's a live search instead of clicking and going back. GoDaddy promo codes, call me. I'll save you tons of money with the promo codes because we only have 20 minutes for this presentation. I want to get to the nuts and bolts of the presentation. Improper marketing. Too many sign writers outside, too much information just on a sign writer. If I was in a neighborhood and this property had curb appeal and we love the neighborhood, I am not going to call there because my wife is nervous about having a pool with kids. We don't have kids yet, but when the kids come into the picture. So I wouldn't call. I may love the house, I may love the neighborhood, but we're just not going to call on that house. So they just lost on the opportunity of making a phone call. Too many reduced by appointment. No house should be by appointment now. You should be able to show it whenever they want to see it. And then info tubes, with the effort of going green, we're killing paper, killing toner, and killing time. You spend a weekend driving around filling those info tubes only to get a phone call from the seller to say, hey, on Tuesday or Wednesday, that they're either empty or they're wet. Not to mention that everybody that comes by just takes it and goes, are they crazy? And they throw it away, and your competitor knows what you're doing too now. So marketing that does work is clean, to the point, precise, no fancy, tons of artwork on your business cards and stuff like that. Make it easy to read. I don't know if it's because I'm coming older to age, but I start doing this thing when the fonts are like that small. Postcards, if anybody's doing those, but this, goes through the whole print advertising address. No bedrooms, no bathrooms, no square footage, no price. If you want information, you're going to call that number, and you're going to call that number because of this 24-hour recorded information. I do not have to talk to the agent. I'm going to reduce call reluctance because I don't have to, be sold over the phone. I'm going to get the information I want, when I want, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's for the people who are doing postcards. So in essence, a full-page ad in our idea should look like this. And by the way, I don't sell print, I don't sell postcards, I don't sell anything. You'll see what I sell now, and then you use it to however you want. Linda John places an ad. One of those could be her listing, okay? And it doesn't really matter. They're all okay to advertise. She puts them on in the magazine. She's going to generate tons of phone calls from this magazine ad, and I'll show you a sample at the end, because there's no need to talk to the agent. Okay, there's a toll-free number, 24-hour recorded information, and every property has an extension. None of them have bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, or price. It's just keywords. Okay, this is generating. We did a poll on our users when we made it to about 350 users, and we noticed and we realized that we're increasing their call volume by about 400%. Not to mention that 37% of their calls are coming in before 8:30 in the morning and after 7:30 in the evening. Okay, when it's family time. Now, classified ads, so you don't have the $400 to spend on a full-page ad. Well, what about $60, $70, $80 on a classified ad? Very general, not precise, never talking about one particular property in Coral Gables. It's a 3-2 fixer-upper. You're more or less talking about Coral Gables, great home, below market value, great neighborhood, A+ schools, walk the shopping, dining, room for expansion. You're just talking about 70% of the properties in Coral Gables. Let them call and find out what you have available. They're going to call because it's offered a 24-hour real estate information hotline for a free fax list. They call in, they enter a fax number, and they get the full list. And I'll show you what happens in a second. So you're on a budget. We don't have the $40, $50, $60 for a classified ad. There's Craigslist, there's Backpage, there's Kijiji, there's SalesSpider. There's tons of free avenues out there that you could just sit there and invest an hour of your time. And there's actually software out there that'll do it for you. I just haven't found the perfect one, so I don't promote any particular one. That you could just put very general ads out there just to make that phone ring. Listings are out there, so what we need to find are the buyers. Okay, so consumer tips. So Linda Johns does spend the $400 a month in order to run an ad, but I don't like any of her listings. I mean, I don't want a condo in this market, and they just don't appeal to me. She wants one more stab at making me dial her number. Okay, and that's when I noticed that she has consumer tips on the bottom. Consumer tips should be on absolutely anything that is dead space, on the back of your business cards, on the back of your postcards, anywhere. Okay, and I noticed that she has a list of foreclosed property in Miami. That's the hottest thing right now. I dial her toll-free number, don't even have to talk to her, dial the extension, it sends me the list automatically. Whatever the agent uploads, it sends out. Consumer tips, you can upload absolutely any PDF. It could be a consumer tip. It could be absolutely anything. It could be that list of foreclosed property. It could be your listings. It could be the neighborhood's listings. It could be the full MLS as long as they're okay to advertise. Now, this is, in our opinion, of course, what the sign outside of the house should look like. Okay? A toll-free number, that toll-free number belongs to the realtor and the realtor only, and that extension belongs to that property. The realtor has 999 extensions, more than enough. Okay? I drive by now, I don't see that that it has a pool. I'm going to call. I'm going to call because it offers a 24-hour real estate, tour, so I don't even have to be sold. I don't have to worry about Linda asking me for my email and my telephone number and everything else. Now, this double dip, real quick. I'm going to show you how to close two sides of the transaction. Instead of showing you how to get twice the amount of buyers or twice the amount of sellers, just showing you how to close your own sale. Okay, so work the same, get paid twice.